There's gonna be so much rambling in this video. I'm sorry, I have a lot to say. It's been a long time. There's a lot going on. Hey guys, so it has been quite a while since I've done one of these walking through the park vlogs. And I took a little break from vlogging for a while. I don't know how to say this because it's weird and just, it's... I feel like because you guys have been so involved in my life, so involved in my relationship, in the fact that you guys voted for us to get flights and always supported us and all that sort of thing, that I do have to let you know that unfortunately Daniel decided to break up with me. This happened a couple months ago now, and the only reason I'm able to talk about it without crying right now is because I already tried to make a vlog closer to when it happened, and this is what it looked like. It's gonna take a long time to get past this. I still haven't accepted it as reality. I still have some weird confusion that doesn't believe this is real. It was a bloody mess of emotion. I'm not going to go into too much detail out of respect for him, but if you are following me on Twitter, Tumblr, Snapchat, you've already seen all the shit that I've been through. 100% his choice, 100% not what I want, not my choice. I would have done anything to make it work, to be honest. But I have to respect his decision, and as devastating as it is, I just have to accept it. And I've gotten to a point now where I've kind of accepted it, and I'm just really focusing on myself and my mental health journey, which, I mean, if you follow me on Instagram, you know that I promised myself at the end of last year, I was doing these walks regularly, like every day, and I made a promise to myself to start going and exercising properly, like going to the gym and stuff like that, and I am happy to say that I have been. When I got back from Ireland, I know it's weird because we literally just posted like how we met and this like beautiful story, and honestly I'm just as confused as you guys. So anyway, don't go hounding him or annoying him or being angry at him or anything like that, because I don't think he's in a good place, and I don't really think he can explain it either. So I still have incredible amounts of love and care for him, and I just want him to be happy, so please respect that. But as I was saying, I got back from Ireland and my main goal was to fix myself, because I was doing really well when I was in Australia, and then unfortunately after about a month of being in Ireland, I think it was just the weather maybe, or maybe just not having your sense of freedom, because you know I have a car over here, and I sort of have my routine and my sense of independence, and I think that when you have to adjust to a new routine, it's really hard. So I found that difficult, and I think that if I had been there longer and had more time to adjust and set up a new routine, I would have done a lot better. But I started to feel like I was going backwards in the last 2 months that I was there, mental health wise, purely because I just had to adjust to a new routine. That's literally all it was. And so yeah, I got back and I then had to adjust to being back home again, and there's a lot of stuff that's been going on aside from a breakup. Like, my dad is now in Australia, a lot of stuff is going on there. You know, I witnessed him have a seizure and just stuff that was like really heavy, and you really sort of needed support during that time. Anyway, I'm not going to go into that. So I just had like a really bad month. Like, I got back and I had like the worst month, and then I got dumped, and then it got worse again. But then like something within me just went, What was your goal? Regardless of all the shit that's going on in your life, what were you trying to do before any of this happened? And that was fix myself, fix my mental health. And so I just kind of went, well, I made a promise to myself that I was going to start exercising. And then my friend told me about Active April. So during April, you get like all these free passes to gyms and classes and like discounts and all this sort of stuff. So my friend Sonia and I just went and did that constantly. And then I started doing free trials at my local gyms, because you can do that if you are trying to get fit and you don't have a lot of money to spend on going to the a gym membership. Just go find all your local gyms and do whatever the length of the free trial is. Do that for as long as you can until you've exhausted all the gyms around you. That's what I've been doing, and I'm feeling really good. I've been doing all the Les Mills classes, so Body Pump, Body Vibe, Body Combat. What else have I done? CX Works, which is like just constant core workouts, yoga, meditation, all this stuff that you can just try at the gym for free. And it's been so good, and I felt so amazing after coming out of these classes, because the thing is, I always had this I'd never liked the gym, because I did not like the idea of going into a room. Like I'm talking about the gym, the public gym area with all the weights and the machines and stuff like that. I did not like the idea of going into there and then sort of the isolation of it's just you. There's no one kind of coaching you. I'm not, my self-esteem isn't the best in those situations when I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm sure a lot of people can agree, when you don't know what you're doing, you feel so self-conscious. So just really just a lot of things that I didn't agree with me in the gym, and that's fine. You need to find something that works for you. I've always said that I prefer to exercise in groups, preferably outdoors, but I prefer group mentality. I prefer to have someone instructing me or guiding me, because I just know how my body works and how my brain works. So as soon as I started doing group fitness classes, I was just like, this is me. Like it suits me. There's an instructor constantly guiding you through everything. You've got the group mentality, like this a room full of peers who are all doing the same thing, and it's kind of like encourages you and pushes you to keep going, because you look around the room and everyone's doing the thing, so you got to keep doing the thing. You can't really stop. If you are someone who gets really anxious around people, maybe fitness classes aren't for you, or maybe you should go with a friend, or whatever it takes to get you to go do the thing. Find what works for you, find what makes you feel better, what makes you feel comfortable. But sometimes you gotta get out of your comfort zone. Sometimes you can't just be like, oh, it's all scary and I don't want to do it. Sometimes you just gotta try it. And that's what I did. And I've been going to classes by myself. I've been late to a class once where the whole room was already doing all the activities, and they all had their equipment, and I didn't have anything, and I had to like, I almost didn't go in because I was so anxious about the fact that I was late. And I just went, you know what, fuck it. I'm here to work out. Just because I'm a little bit late, I'll just go in, I'll find the equipment, I'll do the exercises, and no one knows me, and it's all good. So I did it anyway. And I felt really proud of myself after that, because I did it. Like, the results I found is that I'm a lot happier. You know, if I get my boost of endorphins for the day, I have a good day, I feel positive. A lot of my anxiety and depression just disappears. But a lot of it sort of disappears because you're not thinking about anything but what you're doing in that moment, and afterwards you've got the rush of endorphins, so you just feel happy, and it's really hard to it's hard to feel down afterwards. I think my main thing is, I always told you guys about my journey with depression and anxiety, and if you look at the person I was at the end of 2015, was it, to the person I am now, it is mid 2017, and I'm doing so much better, even though a lot of traumatic stuff has happened, even in the last 2 months or so. Like, it's been really hard. I'm not gonna lie. Like, guys, it's been tough. My whole life plan, my whole life goal, everything I saw for my future, everything just kind of just flipped on its head completely. And I had to teach myself to not let that make me sad and scared and just moping around and dwelling on what could have been. And I had to teach myself that maybe not getting what you want is a good thing and a blessing, and maybe it was the universe's way of saying, no, you're meant to go in a different direction. I don't know, it's hard because like a lot of the things that have happened in my life, a lot of the people that I've met, for example Daniel, I believed that the universe brought that person into my life, and I think that's still true. Oh no, there's a dead thing. What is that? It's a headless baby thing. I still believe that to be true. I don't know what it means. I still don't know what the lesson is just yet, but that's okay. I'm letting the thought of discovering what that is, I'm letting that kind of excite me and fuel me. I can't get bogged down with the thought of the loss and what feels like a failure, if that makes sense. I don't know. I don't have an explanation. I haven't been given an explanation, but sometimes in life you don't get an explanation and you just have to invent your own explanation for yourself, and accept things without closure. And I guess if you're going through something similar, not just in the sense of depression and anxiety, but being dumped after many years of being with someone, the steps that I kind of took, I read a book by Lisa Messenger that my sister gave me to read. It was called Breakups and Breakthroughs. The steps were kind of like, get out of bed, try and get out of bed for a certain amount of time a day, see if you can do it. It was like, eat well, try and eat foods that are going to nourish you. It was talking about a lot of fruits and stuff that give you like that are natural antidepressants, like mangoes and bananas and stuff. And it kind of goes from that kind of like self-soothing and nurturing, get your friends around you type of vibe, to more empowering things like remember who you were before the relationship, or in this case as well, who you were before your mental illness. What were your goals? What did you want to achieve? Try and fill yourself with that same motivation and energy that you had for those things. Like, you kind of read the book over maybe a month. Don't try and read it all in one go and do all the steps in one go, because you're not mentally prepared for that. So it's a really good book. I really enjoyed it. And one of the big things that they talk about there, because this Lisa Messenger story it's far worse than mine, if that makes sense. Like, she was engaged, they lived in a house together, she was pregnant, and he just didn't come home one day, or I think he just left or something. Like, she was out walking the dog and he just disappeared, and then the stress of it all made her lose her baby and just all this stuff that happened to her. And it kind of makes you go, maybe my situation isn't that bad. Maybe I'll be okay. Do a lot of reading of self-help books. Go see your counselor. That's another thing. I'm waiting for my healthcare card to come in so I can go see my counselor for free, because they're expensive. So if you've got some kind of like universal healthcare in your country, then awesome. Go take advantage of that. Major thing that you need to do if you're going through something emotional, or just for the sake of it, just for your peace of mind, start a journal. Get an exercise book or whatever kind of diary or whatever you want, and just write in it. Just write what you're thinking, what you're feeling, what happened in the day. Just get into a practice of writing. If you need a vent, I wrote so many like conversations, I guess, with the person who's no longer in my life or talking to me or anything like that. I can't have that two-way conversation, so I just wrote my own side of the conversation out as to what I would say and what I'm feeling and things that you need to express and get off your chest, but you normally don't, because if you can't talk to someone, then you don't get them off your chest. But writing them down, and I'm not talking about typing, I'm talking about getting a pen and a paper and writing, because it's different. The connection is different, the release is different. Yeah, so give that a go, write a journal. I found that really helps me too. If I'm having a really bad moment or can't stop thinking about something, or I'm going over all the past events and trying to figure out what I did wrong or what I could have done to fix this or whatever, I just write it down in the book. And then once you've written out all the negative shitty things, try and write something nice. Try and write something positive about your day. Try and find at least one thing that makes you feel like shit isn't that bad. Like just like a gratitude, I guess, a gratitude journal sort of thing. Like I will write, I'm grateful for my family, I'm grateful for my cats, I'm grateful for being able to go for walks, just whatever. Today I'm grateful because I ate tabbouleh, like whatever it is, and get your brain trying to think more positively after a negative event. You can do it. Anyway guys, I don't really have all the answers, but hopefully some of what I said makes sense or was relatable or helped you in some way. My overall message, I guess, is just don't stop trying, and don't put pressure on yourself if you can't. Don't, like, look after yourself. You are your #1 priority. Look after yourself. And if you are having a bad day, or if you're having an anxious day or a depressed day, and you need to do what you have to do, it could be lie in bed and watch funny movies, or it could be drawing, or whatever it is, don't feel like I should be doing something else and feel bad and feel negative, or, you know, just do what you can. Take each day as it comes, literally each minute as it comes, and try not to think about your past. Do whatever grieving you need to do for that negative thing. Go see counseling, get whatever you can to release that from you, and then stop thinking about it. Stop dwelling on it, because you cannot change the past. It's happened. Your future, it hasn't happened yet, so don't worry about it. Don't think about it. Don't think, oh, I have to do this now so that I can live a good life in the future, because you're not living if you're focusing on a different time. Does that make sense? Like, I'm reading The Power of Now, and it was like, and it's very hard to grasp, but the whole idea is enjoy life that you're living in the present moment. Don't think about how you can fix your future. Don't dwell on the past and all the shit that's happened to you in the past, because none of that matters. The only thing that matters is right here, right now, what you're doing in this moment, and that's it. Everything else just kind of falls into place after that. Oh, to end the video with some positive news, I was looking for like some weekend work, because as we know, my social media influencer work takes up my week, and I really wanted some weekend work just for a bit of stability. I don't know, just something to do that gets me out of the house with interacting with people. And I'm so excited because I just got a weekend job working as a children's entertainer, where I get to dress up as Disney princesses and like cartoon characters or fairies and mermaids and all that sort of stuff, which is so me, and I get to entertain kids for my weekends. Like, that's what I'm doing. Sam, we're going back now, come on. So that was my positive spin, so I'm really looking forward to that. And yeah, I hope you guys are having a good day. I'm currently trying to get this dog under control, so I'm gonna head home and try and do that now. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.